Hey guys, Adam here again from the Six Man Gaming, and I thought I'd bring a little interesting topic for today's video. I'm just gonna do a quick game, maybe a quarter or two. I'll be using the West All Stars, and the computer will be using the East All Stars. And a lot of people have been asking recently, there's trade drama, but I want to talk about what I think are the top 10 players in NBA history. Now, everybody has their own opinions, but basketball players aren't judged by stats; they're judged by what they do on and off the court. I think that players that only care about the stats aren't going to succeed further in life after basketball. But remember, guys, we do stream daily at Six Man Gaming 2 and Six Man Gaming. Follow us on Twitter at the number 6 and then TH Man Gaming. But without further ado, let's jump into this gameplay. Let me just win tip real quickly. There we go. Blake Griffin should be able to win that. I want to get it to Curry because he's the only one that can pop. Oh, Curry. Okay. So, my number 10. Oh, is Curry hurt? Alright. Yep. He's hurt on the first play. Are you serious? I'll bring on Chris Paul. Really? Come on. It was your first shot. Okay. My number 10 player in NBA history, it's got to be Tim Howard. Not Tim Howard. What am I saying? That's a goalie for the USA team. Tim Duncan. Nice shot by Chris Paul. I mean, he started in the league in 1997, and it was his rookie year. And from the rookie standpoint, he was just on fire. He had David Robinson, the Admiral, as his center. They just won the NBA Finals this past year, and I think he has 2 or 3 championships under his belt. But so yeah, he's not done yet in the league. He still has a couple more years to go. I think maybe after 2 or 1 more year, he's gonna retire from the league. But that's just my opinion. I mean, he's just an amazing player on and off the court. His famous shot is the bank shot. I mean, he's gonna hit that shot. If you give it to him, he can finish in the post. He can shoot. He plays excellent defense. He guards some of the younger guys in the league and manages to hold them. He's got Manu Ginobili and Tony Parker with him, as well as the young star Kawhi Leonard. So, his years aren't over, and he continues to show us that. Alright, so let's move on to what I think is the 9th best player, Shaquille O'Neal. Now, people are going to be a little controversial about this. People are going to say, he wasn't consistent with the team. Yes, they called him the Rainbow Man because he's been in the rainbow colors of the jersey. But he was a beast when he played. He has 4 rings. He made, I think, 15 All-Star teams. And, he was a tough guy to handle down the post. He's so strong. Wow, Kyrie. That was a crazy finish right there. But he's so strong that nobody back then could really handle him. He had the size, too. That's too much space. Come on. Come on, James Harden. But, he's a good player on and off the court, as I've been saying with everybody else. But he does a lot of charity work, which I think is very important to show that NBA players are still continuing to do good after they leave the NBA. So, a lot of people might think that he's not one of the top 10, but, it's just everybody's opinion. Now, this is going to come shocking to you guys, but this is my number 8, Kobe Bryant. He, don't get me wrong, he's a legend, and he's amazing at the game. There will never be another Kobe Bryant like that before. But I feel like he's aged a little bit too quickly. Now, you may not get what I mean by that, but I feel like he's just every year it seems like, I mean, everybody's getting older every year, but he feels like he's getting especially older. I mean, one thing that he does do well is he does score a lot, but he does not facilitate the ball well. And he said he calls himself the shooting guard, so he's going to shoot, not pass. That's kind of a joke thing, but I mean, come on, you gotta. I mean, you gotta dish the ball a little bit. And there have been some games where he's had 0 points. I think it happened 3 or 4 times in his career. And last year he was out with injuries, and before he got injured, he played like 5 or 10 minutes a game, which is not good for considering that he's a legend. But nonetheless, he's still on my list because he'll always be a great player. It's just the age is starting to hurt him. Number 7. This guy I think I actually have on my team, Oscar Robertson. I believe his nickname was the Big O. And, this guy was just insane. I mean, he had the height, he could shoot, and he was a great facilitator. His nickname was actually the Big O. I've been hearing reports that he averaged over 30 points a game. I mean, it was a lot harder back then in the league because you had bigger guys and there were not as many fouls called and everything. So the fact that he's able to do that is insane. And he averaged 12.5 rebounds a game and 11.8 assists. I mean, come on. A point guard averaging that? Maybe a small forward, but a point guard getting the boards for his team? And, he'd take on guys daily like Jerry West and everybody else like that. And he was never intimidated. That's one person that would never be afraid to go up against a bigger guy. So let's move on to the next person. This man, you'll probably know him once I say his stats. He holds the scoring in a game for NBA history with 100 points. That's none other than, you probably guessed it, Will Chamberlain. He's just an animal. There's nothing else to say. I mean, what did he have? He had a 100-point game, and he would take on people like Bill Russell, and we'll get to Bill Russell later in this commentary, but Bill Russell was not the tallest center, but he was definitely a guy that was hard to contain. But the fact that he could score 100 points, and, he didn't really have the work ethic that people liked, but he, when it came to game time, like, he wouldn't be that guy that you'd see in the gym working out before a game. He'd be that guy that kind of showed up a little bit late. He didn't really practice seriously, but when it came to game time, it was, everything was turned on for him. So let's see if I can cross up. Oh, where are you going, Chris Bosh? Oh, step back. Oh, and Dwight didn't finish. Okay, Dwight. So, nonetheless, you got to consider him one of the great talents because he has the most points in NBA history. Who can we hook up here? I have no shoot. Go on, Tony. Tony! You can't hit. Alright, next player. I call it, whenever I do a commentary for my team, I say, what do I say? Bird is the word. Larry Bird. I mean, this is probably one of the hardest eras in basketball when Larry Bird was playing, because don't forget, you had Dominique Wilkins, Larry Bird, Isaiah Thomas, and the whole Bad Boy crew. You had Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman. You had Karl Malone. And John Stockton. These are top 20 players in NBA history, and you have to compete with them every day. So Larry Bird is my number 5. He averaged almost 30 points a game. He led his team with who he had on his team? He had Robert Parrish, Who's the other? Forgetting the other white guy that he played with, but they and remember, this is along with the Lakers. They had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, James Worthy, Michael Cooper. I mean, hardest era to play in, even now. I mean, now you don't see the standout player every day. There's definitely good players, nothing to take away from that, but it's not as hard as it used to be. So, let's move on to my number 4 player here. Oh, shit. Oh, that chase down. Chase down. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. What am I doing? Yeah, that was not. Hold on, just give me a second. Yeah, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Played alongside probably the greatest Lakers team of all time. Magic Johnson, James Worthy, Michael Cooper. You know all these names, so why am I saying them? But you know, he was such a good player to have on your team. He could pretty much, he was the role player and he was the leader. So, he won 6 MVPs or something like that. What else? I have this up on my phone right now. He scored the league record 38,387 total NBA points. Think about how many times he's shot. Think about how many times he's made it. That's just a crazy number to think about, and the fact that he's scoring all those points with the hardest, I mean, not the hardest, the best players probably in NBA history at the time. So the fact that he can go out there every day and consistently score 20 points or 30 points against those type of players is just, it's mind-boggling. So let's move on to the next player. Alright, I talked about it a little bit earlier, Bill Russell. Although it wasn't recorded, he probably has the most amount of blocks in NBA history. And remember, he was only 6'8", and played for the Celtics. I think he had 11 championships in his 13 seasons. Holds the NBA record. Great role player. He was so talented in the post. He had a little bit of a jump shot. And the important thing was he hit his free throws. A lot of centers now and back then had problems hitting their free throws. I feel like a Dwight Howard now. But Bill Russell was always good with that. So if he got fouled, it was no problem for him. A great steal. Of course, Chris Paul's not going to dunk. That's goaltending. Alright. So, I have enough to say about Bill Russell. Alright. So, next player. The one and only, the 6'7" point guard, Magic Johnson. Not that much of a shooter, but don't get me wrong. This guy could facilitate. He could go down in the post against a smaller point guard like John Stockton. So he could facilitate, go down the post. And he was a great defender, and he played dirty. I don't know, there was a 30 for 30 on about 2 or 3 months ago about the Bad Boys, the Pistons, during this time period. And it showed their rivalry and showed how dirty they used to play. Now there's a foul on everything, but back then, you just play on. So, but Magic, oh my gosh. There's five championships or something like that and 3 MVPs. And he's playing alongside great players, James Worthy, Michael Cooper, Kareem Abdul. So, the fact that he can win those MVPs alongside those guys shows that he's the bigger player. So now you guys all know the number 1 player of all time, Michael Jordan. And, the fact that this guy could do his thing consistently is why he's the NBA player. And he is a great player off the court as well. I mean, he also does charity, he helps out organizations, and he's still connected with the league, which is a great thing. That's why he's there. He has 5 MVPs, 5 or 6 titles, and I know he has 10 scoring titles, because I actually have a banner in my room for it. So, he was electrifying. There will never be a player as good as Jordan. Now, I'm going to wrap up the video right after this, but you guys are probably all asking, where's LeBron? Where's LeBron on this list? Why isn't he there? LeBron isn't there, and you're probably asking, why is Kobe there if he hasn't finished his career yet? Well, Kobe's coming to that point of the career where maybe 1 or 2 more seasons he's done, but LeBron isn't at that point yet. He has maybe 4 or 5 more seasons, maybe 6 or 7. You never know. And he's going to continue to get better, and that's why I haven't put him on there. That's why I haven't ranked him yet, because he still has a lot of growing to do. So, yes, does LeBron match up to Jordan? In ways, yes. Will he ever be at Jordan? No. Jordan is Jordan. I think if I had to put LeBron on a list right now, I'd probably put him 8 or 9. No disrespect to Shaq or anything, but, I mean, it is LeBron James. LeBron's a great team player. And this is one of my predictions. I think Paul George, as he missed that shot right there, he's going to be one of the greatest NBA players of all time coming up, because he can pretty much do it all just like LeBron, except he doesn't have as many off nights as LeBron. Don't get me wrong, it's hard to do your thing out there on the court every night, but LeBron sometimes is just completely off, but, you know, it happens. So, I want to thank you guys for watching. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at the number 6th Man Gaming. Just step back right here, pop it, miss it, that's okay. Remember to follow us on Twitch at 6man Gaming and at 6man Gaming 2. We live stream daily. Mike usually does the 6man Gaming 2. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more, and we do giveaways. Mike actually handed out 2 or 3 signed John Starks cards that he met him personally to viewers of our Twitch. So thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and I will catch you later.